All right, let's look at some special cases when it comes to multiplying binomials. All right, so here we have x plus 4, and the whole thing is being squared. So what's happening here is we have x plus 4 times x plus 4. So let's see what actually happens. X times x, x squared. X times 4 is plus 4x. In the middle, the inner ones, we have plus 4x. And then last, we have plus 16. So when we go to combine these two terms, we end up with 8x as our middle term. I want you to pay close attention because there is actually a shortcut for this. So pay attention to what the first and last terms, where those come from, and then that middle term. The middle one is the tricky one, but pay close attention and we'll see how that works out for us. Squaring the first one, done. Squaring the last one, done. Multiplying x times 4 and then doubling it, done. So see, this is where that comes from. All right, here's another one. This one's going to be a little trickier because we do have double variables. So when I stretch this out, I'm going to switch colors just because I can. So we have negative 2a plus 3b, negative 2a plus 3b. So 2a times 2a would become 4a squared. Then negative 2a times 3b would negative 6ab. In the middle, negative 6ab, and then plus 9b squared. So again, we have those like terms in the middle. So 4a squared minus 12ab plus 9b squared. So this is a tricky part. So now I'm going to show you the shortcut for this. So you may want to write this down somewhere. So if we have a plus b squared, we're going to take that first term and we're going to square it. So this would be a squared. We're going to take that last term and we're going to square it. Then what we're going to do is take the two middle terms and combine them together. So this would be, or multiply them, I guess. This would be ab. But we're going to double it. So this is going to be 2ab plus b squared. So I'm going to go back to one of the examples we just. So when you have subtraction, it's very similar. It would be a squared, b squared, and in the middle, now instead of addition, it's going to be subtraction. So it would be minus 2ab and then plus b squared. The b squared will be positive because remember, negative times a negative is a positive. Okay, so keep that in mind. So it's kind of cool that you have that shortcut. So if you're squaring any binomials, you can use that shortcut. You could also use the long version. It's strictly up to you. Okay, so here, this is almost like squaring, but not quite. So when I go to multiply, I have x squared minus 4x plus 4x minus 16. What happens to those two middle terms here? They cancel out. So I'm left with x squared minus 16. What do you notice about these two binomials? Same values, opposite signs. This one, I take that first term and I square it. There's x squared. I take the second term and I square it. It's 16. And it's always going to be subtraction. So let's see what happens here. Same values, opposite signs. So we have 9x squared minus 15xy plus 15xy minus 25y squared. Again, those two middle terms, they get canceled out. So I'm left with 9x squared minus 25y squared. So let's see what the trick is here. Look at when you have same values but opposite signs, you take the first term, you square it. You subtract the second term and square it. That is it, ladies and gentlemen. This is called the difference of two squares. Notice difference because it's subtraction, and the two squares are the first term squared and the last term squared. So when I